Hey, welcome to day 14. I'm so happy you're here. 2 weeks of working on yourself, building one day from the next, taking baby steps to a better you. I really hope that you can feel the difference so far. So today it's a hard day for me. It's hard to talk about because I never ever want to come from a place of judgment, because that's not what I'm trying to do here. I never want to come from a place of making people feel bad. That's where I just don't want to make people feel bad. So go through this today with an open mind because, it is hard to talk about, but it's something that I truly think needs to be addressed. So I'm going to start off by saying that I used to be a victim. I used to blame everyone and their grandmother on the way my life was, which was shitty. I blamed everyone from why my job sucked, why my life sucked, why I had anxiety, why I couldn't lose weight, why I couldn't be the person I wanted to be. It was everyone else's fault except my own. It was my boyfriend's fault. It was my parents' fault. It was my teacher's fault. It was my boss's fault. It was everyone else's fault, but it wasn't mine, because putting that on me was too painful. It was too painful to face. I didn't want to face the reality of having so many issues, to be honest. Like, I had a lot of stuff going on. I had a lot of things that I needed to work on. And it wasn't until years later, when I was really immersed into personal development, that I realized that I had to stop being a victim. I had to start putting the blame on myself. I had to start being the person I wanted to be, because the thing was, I was waiting for a miracle to happen. I was waiting for the white knight to show up and save me. But the thing is, those things don't happen. They don't happen, and they never ever will. Like, you might have a stroke of luck, but until you change your internal mindset, until you can be the type of person that shows up for yourself and realizes that you don't have to be like, you don't have to have a reason all the time. You could be like, you know what, I've been living my life pretty badly. You know what I mean? Like, I haven't been taking care of myself. I've been eating like shit. I've been drinking way too much caffeine. I don't exercise. I never gone to therapy. I'd never applied myself because I was scared of failure. I, don't have a great relationship with my parents because I didn't like what they were imperfect. They were imperfect when we were growing up, just like every human being is. And you start to look at these things and you realize, like, I chose that job. The job that I hate going to every single day, I chose it. And not only did I choose it, but I chose to stay in it for a long time. This relationship that's not really working out, again, I chose it. I chose that relationship and I chose to stay in it. I chose not to try to work on myself, because a lot of times when you're in a relationship, little side note, like, you bring you into every relationship that you go in. So if you don't have boundaries, if you don't have a clear idea of what you do want in a relationship, you're going to find yourself in the same relationship over and over. It's not a coincidence. It's just because you're not changing who you are and you're not changing your boundaries and what you actually want. So, it's not your boyfriend's fault that he's an asshole. It's your fault for choosing an asshole all the time. Does that make sense? So, and then it's the same thing with your life. Like, it's genetics fault that you can't lose weight, but that's not true either. There's a lot of science on acidity and alkaline, which I completely recommend that you look up. Actually, I'll be putting a video in for the nutrition day that is amazing. So you definitely need to watch that. So, and and there's just so many things that we just don't want to blame ourselves because, again, it's too painful. And the things that humans do, we avoid pain like the plague, and we try to gain pleasure, even if the pleasure in the long run is causing us pain. Does that make sense? So like, yeah, now it feels good to put the blame on everyone else, but later on in life, when you know you're 50, 60, 70, 80, 90 years old and you're looking back and you're like, well, damn, I've just put myself in this cocoon and babied myself rather than looked at the facts and, you know, really put myself to work, really, you know, yeah, made a commitment to myself to make these changes. Like, you know, sometimes it can be overwhelming, and I don't want you to start all at once, but there's sometimes that you have to start with baby steps, like just like what we're doing now. But I need you to realize that you're not a victim. You're a strong motherfucker. Sorry for my language, but like, I've had some serious stuff happen to me in my life, like things that I don't love talking about, you know what I mean? Because I don't, it's not necessary. It's good to talk about it in the beginning, of course, but if I kept repeating that story over and over and over, it's like, where is that getting me? That's not getting me anywhere because it's not, my story is not serving anyone else. What's serving me is helping people realize that really shitty things can happen to good people and you can still be a badass, confident, beautiful human being. And your past is just part of your story. The thing is, like, we were given problems, and I know this is somewhere in the course. We were given problems because it builds resistance to our character. We can't grow without problems. We can't grow without conflict. We can't grow without, you know, these things that have happened. And I wish I could take away your pain. I wish I could take it back. But if I could just do anything for you today, just I want you to know that you are a strong person and I love you and I'm here for you. And all these girls that are taking this course right now, they're here for you too. They're here for you. People want to be there for you. And I just want you to just start taking a step back. You know, this one is, I'm not going to be in your face. I'm not like, you have to stop being a victim right now. Like, no, like, it's hard to undo the years of like how we've tried to protect ourselves, because that's all it is. We're just trying to protect ourselves. But you're strong, you're resilient, and you can get through anything. And you've proven that to yourself. Everything that has ever happened to you, you're here. You're here, and my dog's about to go bananas. Maybe not. Sorry, dogs. You know what I mean? Just dogs. This moment is interrupted by these dogs. That's okay, but my point is coming to an end right now. So literally it's just like, love yourself enough to be able to put the blame, a little bit of the blame for right now on you. Pick an area of your life where you've been just like, you know, it's my boyfriend's fault. He needs to pay more attention to me. He needs to give, you know, it's, you know, he's not doing enough for me. But it's like, that's not the way we need to look at it. It's not your boyfriend's fault. It's not your parents' fault. It's no one's fault except you, because you're the one driving that ship. You're the one casting the line. Like, it's you. You know what I mean? Like, you get, that's the beautiful and painful thing about life. Like, you're in control. No one else. Like, the cards, like, however they laid, and you have to play the way you can and just do the best you can, and no one's expecting you to be perfect. And I hope this all makes sense. I know this is a little advanced, and this is something I would usually sit down and have a few sessions of work with a client. So again, if you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out. Congratulations for making it to week 2. I'm so proud of you, and I cannot wait for tomorrow for day 13. So see you tomorrow.